do you want to cover CAPA a bit?
I do. That's where I'm going here, Fran.
Okay.
So the first thing is there is no CAPA. Okay? CAPA has gone away because 13485 has changed the terminology. There's a section of 1345 called improvement. And under improvement, there's a section called general, and then there's a section called corrective action. And then later on, there's a section called preventive action. They have separated CAPA into two parts, corrective action and preventive action, because in the 1345 world, they've understood that they're not really connected. Corrective action is for a problem that has already happened, and you're going to go back and find the root cause and fix that. Preventive action is for a problem that has not yet occurred, but it looks like it could occur if you don't take preventive action. So it might be a thing in manufacturing where you're drifting towards the product limits within the manufacturing process, and you want to pull it back into control. And so you may want to take a preventive action to do something like that. So they have separated those two. And as you look at 1345, you'll find that in that section 8.5 on improvement, those two are separate activities, and they're not connected like they were in the current 820, which had that whole section set up that way. So that's what I want to say about that. So, Fran, is there anything else?
I think you hit the highlights.
Got a lot of questions, I know.
Yeah, yeah. Is there anything else around this subject in how corrective actions or preventative actions are taken that you want to comment on?
Well, probably the best thing to talk about here in corrective action is that you need to identify the root cause of the problem and then take a corrective action. Before it's implemented, you want to check that corrective action and verify, in fact, that it will correct the problem. Because too many times we find in the old CAPA systems that people take corrective action and then find out they didn't really fix the problem because 6 months later the same problem crops up again. So the verification to make sure that the corrective action does not adversely affect the ability to meet the applicable regulatory requirements, notice that, or the safety, which is the risk management part, and performance of the device. So the standard requires you to take some additional action before you implement that corrective action. And then you need to go back basically and do the same thing again because you're going to verify that it was effective after it's implemented. So there's a repetitive step in there because of the fact that especially in the FDA side, a big finding over the years that it hasn't been implemented properly.